I just prepared a couple of slides actually to focus mainly on the energy drive of our cranes, because I take the opportunity also to thank you, the Grand Port Maritime de La Réunion, for the nice order. They purchased one of our cranes. We are going to operate in Le Port. And this crane is probably also handle the bulk cargo from Albomia. That's why I want to thank you all actually for trusting Liebherr for these things. And just for the person who don't know this type of equipment, it look like that. This is the equipment who are actually handling the cargo in the ports, whatever it is, you know, if it's container, if it's bulk, general cargo, and so on. And it's important to notice that these cranes are 80% driven by diesel engine over the past years. These cranes, okay, are doing this container, bulk, general cargo, and of course, cranes consume energy. And you have a different kind of equipment who can unload this kind of cargo. Times you have like ship-to-shore cranes, you have mobile cranes, and plenty of other type of equipment. But when you want to have a certain mobility with the machines, so far we had no choice using diesel engine to be able to move the cranes from one quay to the others. Yes, I wanted to say, okay, this is where we stand. And this type of crane that is typically the crane in the port of La Réunion. For different kind of cargo. Now I want just to diesel engines, but in the near future, actually it's already the case. We have many cranes equipped with an alternative drives, electric motors to power these machines. And the cranes actually delivered in La Réunion is using this technology. That means you are plugged with a cable reel to the system, and then you can operate the crane with zero emissions. And I think this is something that we see more and more in ports, and the ports are being, I would say, somehow forced to follow this trend to have energy more clean and in the future. But I think everyone here, whatever, if you are in working in ports or not, we see in our life that there is a change, that there is a transition already. We can see it in the car industry. There is more and more electric cars. We can see that the mobility is changing. You see these electric scooters in cities, and so on and so on. And the main tendency here is driven by some axis, which is, of course, the COP21 Paris Agreement, who force many countries in Europe actually to be below these 2 degrees global warming. There is also this noise pollution that we want to reduce. That means we want ports also to be less noisy and more clean. There is also, we have to say, this fossil energy that is not available like in the past. We have a reduction of stock, and we have to find alternatives also to power our equipment, to power our cities, and so on. What I want to say is today, what is the future for those port equipment? How we are going to operate them? Today, yes, there is already these existing solutions who can answer 100% of the goal, these electric motors with cable reels. With this, you have zero emissions. That means you don't have CO2, and your operation are clean. The only constraint that we have is your mobility is affected because you have to be plugged, and there is a certain limit of distance that you can do with such cranes. And now the question is, what is going to be the alternative if you want to have a crane which is completely mobile? There is few things actually on the market that we are seeing coming for the mobile cranes, but what we're seeing now already in Liebherr group who have been developed is you see equipment with completely where the main source of energy is electric from battery. And we have already a couple of equipments in the branch of Liebherr where the equipment can be completely mobile with more than 10 hours autonomy. This is going to come more and more. And when you have this needs locally actually to operate an equipment, and you want the equipment to be clean and mobile and not connected, then the battery is one of the key solutions. The problem with battery, especially when you talk about port equipment, is you will need a huge battery actually to power bigger machines. Then there is a couple of ideas and a couple of development internally I can speak about. One of them, which is I think very interesting to underline, is the hydrogen power units. And why it's not so complicated for us to develop such solution is the concept of the engine is similar to the diesel engine. You just have to adapt the size of the components, and also you have to adapt a couple of technologies because the hydrogen don't have the same properties to the diesel. But somehow it's a very new technology to develop, and it's already in development. And a couple of products in Liebherr are going to be launched this year. Next year also with this hydrogen combustion engine. This is not new. The first hydrogen engine has been developed by François Isaac Derivaz in almost 200 years ago. But I think now there is more and more industrial company who are investing a lot of money into that technology, and I'm pretty sure that in the next coming years you will see more and more port equipments or other type of equipments with this system. The we have with hydrogen at the moment is not really the conception of the engine, is the storage. And the storage, for example, for the same amount of, running hours with the engine, you will need like 17 times more space actually to store the hydrogen energy compared to the diesel. And this is a challenge that manufacturers have to go for, but I'm pretty sure we have find a way in the next coming years also to reduce the storage capacity. I guess there is also something I need to speak about is the biofuel is also one of the alternative who are going to be in between. That means for all the ports who already invested into port equipment and who already have diesel engine, they will face also very strong regulations. We see it in France already that there is some tax coming, for the diesel, and ports are already really threatened, to have a very increasing of cost of energy. And the actual solution that we have in between is to make our engine compatible with HVO, hydrogenated vegetable oil fuel or any kind of other biofuel, that also the actual ports equipped with cranes can still operate their machines and have a significant reductions of CO2. This is also something I wanted to point out, because this is probably the alternative for ports who already invested in equipment. Okay, I speak about the biofuel. There is plenty of technology that Liebherr is developing at the moment. For example, we have also we call it the fuel cell, which is also battery from the technology of hydrogen. We also have, okay, the e-fuel. We also have some electric batteries that we have without a cable or with cable, and all these technology are going to be coming very soon into the industry, and we are going to have plenty alternative for ports who wants actually to achieve green port in the future. Well, I guess that's it for my presentation. I don't want to keep it long, and hopefully, if you have questions, I'm available to answer them. Huh? Yeah, I give the presentation now to Steve. Huh?